Lots of studies, hundreds and hundreds of studies, men, women, young, old, children, all kinds of stuff, right?
But I imagine there's a lot of people out there that think creatine is for people that want to just get stacked.
Great question. So when you ask, does it work? Well, work for what and work how much? That's the two questions, right? Work for what? So in the case of creatine, it improves, say, muscle strength. What's the weight of the evidence? Lots of studies, hundreds and hundreds of studies, men, women, young, old, children, all kinds of stuff, right? Astronauts, space flight, bed rest, tons and tons of research. What's the magnitude of effect? Okay, that's a pretty good magnitude of effect for something that has an insanely good risk profile, meaning like you can't cause imbalances with it. It's not a hormone. It's not a mineral, so it's not causing oxidative stress anywhere. It's a fuel source. So in fact, remember earlier when I said metabolism, you're either using carbohydrates or fat as a fuel. Actually, creatine is the third one. It's a faster one. So the stoichiometry is 1-to-1. So you can break down one molecule of phosphocreatine, gives you one molecule of ATP. More interesting stuff is coming in things like bone health. Now, my friend Darren Kando just finished a really great study. Typical dosage for creatine is 5 grams. So your typical bodybuilder at the gym is using 5 grams a day. He put this in postmenopausal women, 4x the dose, and did it for 2 years. No adverse effects. No kidney issues, no problems. Improved some of the bone markers. It's not a miracle. It's not a panacea. But it was like, hey, didn't do anything bad. Potential to help bone mineral density in an issue. Rather than thinking about it like a mineral or a vitamin or a hormone, think of it more of like protein powder. Mm-hmm. It's a nutrient that you get that fuels it. In addition, there's been at least 2 trials that I can think of off the top of my head that have shown that it may enhance things like mood. There's a ton of research on traumatic brain injury, long-term physical brain health. Because it is such a fast fuel source, it's actually a preferred fuel source in your brain. Your astrocytes, which are kind of like the central nervous system cells, thrive on creatine. So they absolutely love it. So it'll help the neurological system, nervous system, as well as brain. And tons and tons of stuff going on. It is an antioxidant, has some like mild antioxidant properties and a bunch of other stuff. So while I understand a lot of people still hear and think of it as like the muscle thing, that's because that's where it came from and the dominant research. But really, I would encourage people to look at more of the last 20 years, what people that are doing creatine research, the topics they're actually studying, and it's not muscle growth in young, healthy guys.